So I've come across one issue. The water. I don't think it's been ran for years. So obviously the tank was dry. I put water in it and I opened the thing on the Truman, I can't remember which it's called. Pulled the thing up so it's on the ready to pump water basically, and then turn the tap. Makes the noise, if you can hear down there, but nothing happens. So I've took this lot off. Well, here's the tank. This screwdriver was in here, so I'm guessing they was doing something, whoever was here last. There's some water in it. Obviously some has leaked out because the so I put water in the tank yesterday and the bung in the bottom wasn't tight enough, so it was leaking out. But when I put my hand in, because this water's going to be changed, I tightened it up, but it was still dripping. I'm guessing that's because the bung, the seal or whatever's on there has gone dry. The pump making the noise. I'll take this top off. And you can see bits in there, but you can see there's the pump. And I don't think that's makes the noise, and if I put my hand on it, it vibrates. It seems to be making a noise now, but I can't see any water coming through here. What I think's happened is it's got an airlock in it, or somebody has tried running this with no water in the tank. If that's the case, then I'm guessing this pump is no good. What I'm going to try first, I'm going to get another thing to put the camera on. What I'm going to try first is moving around, and somebody also said lift the pump out of the water. The water has gone down enough for me to do that now, or I only filled it half full anyway. So I'll try that, lift it out, move it around, do all that. The impeller inside I reckon is no good. So anyway, I'm going to try with these few bits. If not, then I have to replace the pump. Then we have to see if the water's pumping through. One thing I did do, which wasn't very nice, but I got the shower. I took that white thing off the head and when I put the tap on, I sucked some, it was horrible, but anyway, and you can feel air, like it let me, there was nothing stopping it. So I mean, I don't know anything about this stuff, but to me that assumes that there's no taps turned off. I've looked in the manual, I've searched online, it doesn't seem that there's any taps that there should be, other than the one on the heater that's for winterizing. But I've done that. I've also followed the pipes everywhere. I cannot see any tap. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look at this pump, and then I'm going to just try a new pump. When my wife comes home, we're going to go, and I think I might just get a new one anyway. I'm going to get a cheap one, because if it's not the pump, I need to know what else it is. But a cheap one is still like in English pounds about 50 quid. In Norwegian, no, that's actually a bit better quality. You can get one for about 300 kroner, 25 quid. So I'll go from there. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. So I've been out, I bought some seals, O-rings, because it's leaking a bit on the bottom. I don't know if they'll work, I just seen them and bought them. And I bought a cheap pump. Looks exactly the same as the one that's in there. The reason I didn't go out and spend an expensive one is because I don't know if that is actually what is causing the problem. So what I'm going to do, hang on, just put that, no, that way, there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to try the pump and see if any water will come out of there. Because if it comes out of there, then I know it's not the pump, and we'll just see what happens then. That's the first thing. If that don't work, if it's pumping, I'll try again of moving the pump in the water while it's running and see if that works. And then my next one is to try and change the pump and see if that works. Anyway, that's where I'm going to start from and go from there. I'll just try once more while I'm here. Makes the noise. But nothing happens. Still got water in, haven't we? Just check on the side. Yeah, still got some water in, not much. Well, it was a waste of time buying that, because this pipe looks filthy. Look at it. Difference in colour. But it's got water going through it. So, it's not the pump. Can you hear it now? And this, maybe I'll be able to finally wash my plate. So, it must have been an airlock in it then. After all that, I'm glad it was that when this water finally comes through. But I'm guessing it's filling the tank down here, hopefully. Can't hear nothing happening in there. I think we're actually going to run out of water soon. It's right down there. So I better turn it off. Put some more water in. Maybe it's a result. And we have water. Yesterday I spent a long time trying to find taps, trying to do this, that and the other. Thought it might be an airlock. I kept lifting the pump up and down and moving it. I could see bubbles when I moved up and down. And all it took was taking that pipe off, pressing it once on the tap, it spurted out, and then straight away it come through. So if you've ever got your water's not coming through, try that. Just wheel about with a water pump and then just take that pipe off. That was an airlock. So one job done. Now I have to empty the tank anyway, so I can put my hand in and do that, and then hopefully I can put on one of these seals. If that works, then I've got the gas works good, the fridge and everything, so the electrics, the lights are on, but they're 12 volt anyway, but the electrics work, the TV works, which is in there. There's even a DVD player still in it, and that come on straight away. There was no manual with this, so I downloaded 289 pages, I think it was, of the manual off the internet. It was a 2 years difference. I think it's the same one. When I looked through yesterday, most of it was the same, and if it isn't, it's got both options. So like if you've got a double floor, or if you haven't, it had both options, which is good. Oh yeah, the next thing I need to try now, if that tank's full, is this heating. I'll try that right now, I think. Well, turn it on. This is me a couple of hours in the future. Right, this is the top ones, 60 and 40. You turn it that way. I won't leave it on, but that's for the water only, 40 degrees, 60 degrees. The two bottom ones are for the, well, this one here, just the flame, is just for the heating, and then the bottom one is 60 degrees, that's for your heating and your hot water, and then this dial here that turns is to set how much warmth you want in here. This one is usually, they call it winter, and this is your summer, that's what they say. And this is, it's only one here, and sometimes you have two, and one, if you have the second one, that you can change to electric or to gas. This one is obviously just run on gas only. Hope that gives you a bit of an idea how that one works. And now you can go back to the past. So as you can probably hear, yep, the heater's really nice. I'm going to turn that off now, and running out of water now, but that's hot. Well, that's brilliant. So everything works as far as I can see. So I think we're about ready for a trip away. If I haven't already said before, thank you so much to all the new subscribers and the old subscribers. I really appreciate it. All the likes, comments, I appreciate everything. I hope you carry on watching. We are doing a trip shortly, and a bit further from now we are going to do a trip down to Spain from here. That's not until January, but we're going to do a couple of trips in between, just a few hours here and there, and give it a good run out and enjoy it for what we got it for. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Please keep watching, please keep subscribing if you haven't already, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye for now.